we are going to start the demo for Venetix voltage stabilizer kit. This is a 500 watt voltage stabilizer. In this I am going to start explaining from the basics, like this is our display for input and output. As you can see clearly that for IP is input 266 volts, and then it's giving the output that is 220. We are just going through the whole setup for right now. These are the three relays. These are the selection relay, relay 1, relay 2, relay 3 for respective voltages. We have a lamp load and we have a option for external load. There we have switch provided for both these loads. This one is for lamp and this one is for external load. In order to perform the experiment, you will have to give the input to the stabilizer through a variac, because without varying the input voltage you cannot observe the functioning of a voltage stabilizer. So right now what I am giving is through a variac I am giving the maximum input, that is 262 volts, and the voltage stabilizer is converting that voltage to 220 and it is using relay 2 and relay 3 for that purpose. In this trainer kit, in order to see the voltages, we have only one section. This is the ground and this one is for the output of the op-amp. That can be seen easily on a CRO. Like right now we are using, as I press the ground, I've selected the CRO to 1 volt, and right now it is 1, 2 and a 5, 2.5. Right now it is 2.5 volt. While doing experiment, if I changing the voltages, you will see that as the voltage goes down, the comparative voltage of the op-amp also goes down in a symmetrical way. Now let's start with our experiment. First of all, we'll turn on the lamp load, and then right now it is our input is 262. So I'll convert that 260 to 210. So earlier the relay which are on were R2 and R3. Right now only R3 is on. My input is 210, input is 214 and the output is 210. Right now all the three relays R1, R2 and R3 are on. That is because the voltage, input voltage has dropped below 200 volts. Right now the input voltage is 189 and our output voltage is 223. In order to step up the voltage to that level, it has to use all the three relays R1, R2 and R3 so that it can compare the value and amplify the voltage to 223 volts. The main thing about the stabilizer is that if the voltage is above the markup, like it is above 240 range, it will step down the voltage to a level of 220 volts. If it goes below 200 volts, it will still step up till 220 volts. But if the input voltage is around 180, like right now it is 157, the output is 219 volts. In order to convert that, it has to use R1 and R3. Now comes the main part of a stabilizer, that if the voltage goes below 140, it will go into a standby mode and it will stay in that mode till the time it drops the voltage to 0. And you can see the counter also running here. I'll show you this in this way. That's right now it had been turned off because the input voltage was below the markup, and if I have increased, now I have increased the voltage, but still it won't turn on until unless this counter turns to 0. The main purpose for adding this feature in a voltage stabilizer is to give a settling time to the devices which can be harmed or can be damaged if it is there's a light fluctuation, like in all the compressors in all devices like our refrigerators, our air conditioners and other devices, even the industrial devices. There are many devices which can be damaged due to abrupt voltages. That's why it is giving a settling time. and the timer will go to 0 and then it will start. Right now it has reached 75. It will go on until 0 and then it will start. You can see in this process that while it is discharging, relay 2 is on. Okay, about the kit itself, there is an on and off button on the back of it, and you have to give a supply through a variac. The rating of the variac is around 4 amperes. This is a 4 ampere variac which we have used, and the only section which can be seen on the CRO is this, the output of the op-amp. On the load of input, you can also use a bank of lamp loads so that you can vary the input. Make sure that your load is not more than 500 watts or it could damage the stabilizer. And this is the experimental kit for study purpose only. Right now you can see the timer has gone to 17:16. It is going to start again. Before that, I'd like to tell you that the lamp which we are using here is a 100-watt lamp. You can use a 200-watt lamp instead of this one. 5, 4, 3. Right now you'll see after 1 it will start again. So this is how our voltage stabilizer works. Thank you.